We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Tennessee Titans. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
180!
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Set. 180! Drop deep, drop deep. Pistol.
Cook following the penalty. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Camille Correa.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain.
Let's go.
Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Mayfield now. That's taken in by Callaway. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Hey, 133. Hey, let's go.
Give to Cook out of the gun. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. To throw, Mayfield. Steps away to his left.
But there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long.
Alert!
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck roll that they can fall back on anymore.
Seibert's kick is good. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
At their own 25-yard line.
Mariota and the Titans break the huddle. 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Mariota gives to Henry. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's what...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun. Mayfield dancing to his left. Complete. It's Johnson. And bulldozing his way through. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Throwing, Mayfield, and he's got this one complete to Callaway. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Hey, alert! Hey, Charlie! Switch up! Mike 51!
They go back to the ground with Johnson.
We got this!
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10.
Undercrush! King!
Here's Beckham now. It's a jet sweep. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. From the gun, Mayfield. And it's caught. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well.
And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. eluding the pressure, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Give the sack to Blake Martinez.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Throwing on second and long. Mariota. He finds Taylor, complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Mariota hands to Henry. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Off play action to Henry. Here's Mariota. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And he's going to go down again. Myles Garrett, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Mayfield keeps it himself. Now Mayfield lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The big man, Jarrell Casey, in on the stop.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up
Second and 5 now. Mayfield. Johnson's got it complete. It'll be a gain of 4, and they're going to have a third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Mayfield on 3rd and 2. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 25-yard line. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Looking to throw on second down. Mayfield flushed out right. Throwing right, and that's complete. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Let's go.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Point it right.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. T.J. Logan, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punting.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is fielded at the 7. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Browns will take over, first and 10.
It's our field. It's our field.
Mayfield on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jeffrey Simmons in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
After the sack on first down, Mayfield, throw left side complete. That's Lamb. The reception good for 7. It's third down. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really like.
Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 36. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over first and 10. First down, Mariota. It's caught by Davis. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, Mariota. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's second down. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
This is taken at his 4th. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go. Let's go.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know in the half they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Silver.
Mariota. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys. But you and I both know that's easier said than done. When the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. They go play action here on first down. He's got the first down and more past midfield. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
A first down throw for Mariota. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for it. Here's Brett Kern now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And how about this, a fake? And he's going to let it go deep. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And this defense will take over right at midfield. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10. Now Mayfield trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Mayfield now from the 50. Forced out to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Mayfield. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jeffrey Simmons, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's Britton Colquitt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Mariota down to throw on 1st down. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down.
Just work with me a second here, because in my lifetime, seeing how quarterback percentages have changed in throwing the football, I mean, back in the good old days, if you were around 50%, you were doing okay. But now, you need to be 65 to 70% to be considered an elite quarterback. And in this ball game, I feel like we're playing old school, right around 50%.
Yeah, he's under 50%. He needs to start hitting more targets.
That's what I'm talking about. Mike, 53. 53. Mike.
On 3rd down, Mariota. He finds Humphreys. And the ball is knocked out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And now it's 3rd down.
Guys, game situation. Let's go.
Mayfield to throw it. And this is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And again, it's Mayfield eluding the pressure right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
6 guys. Check 6 guys.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Duke Johnson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Mariota now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Play fake to Henry. Now Mariota. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Anthony Zettel popping in for the sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Henry running right. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards. The running game fully in sync, 1-11 on that play.
And sometimes it comes from the offensive coordinator, understanding what he thinks the defense is going to do and dialing up the perfect play. Sometimes the quarterback, though, can look at the defense, realize he needs to change it to a run, and that gets it done in a big way as well.
They keep it with Henry on 1st down. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. The stop was made by Jannard Avery.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now here's a throw, and that's Taywan Taylor with it. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 40.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. To throw Mariota. It's caught. Humphreys. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Mariota. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Myles Garrett in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Now Mariota. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Mariota going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Flushed out right. Completes it to Davis. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
First down. First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Watch the curl. Watch the curls.
trying to punch it in with Henry. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Derrick Henry hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Titans are able to close the gap just a bit.
And Brad, I think we have to look back at the big call to go for it on 4th down.
Yeah, that set up everything in the end result, the short touchdown run. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think every coach would have gone for it back there.
You and I both know every coach would not have gone for it back there. So that's showing a little bit of faith, actually showing a lot of faith in his team, and it was rewarded.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Mayfield. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Lamb. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. 3rd and short yardage. Mayfield. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
At their own 36-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
35-yard line.
Set. Blue line. Lights 59. Where are they, team?
Throwing is Mariota, and this is incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. He gives it to Humphries. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Mariota now from the 50. He finds Taylor, complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a 1st down. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Mariota now. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Mariota throwing complete there to Walker. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
A Titan first down, Mariota to Walker. And in a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time.
And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. Myles Garrett, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. To throw is Mariota. Space to run past the 20. He'll get this one complete to Davis. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. They'll run with Henry. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Derrick Henry. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
So 2nd and goal, and the big man Henry alone in the backfield. Oh, it's a jet sweep. Here's Davis. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 3rd and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Mariota to throw for it on 4th. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right. And if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. Throw left side complete. That's Lamb. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. Quite the turnaround from a week ago where he threw 4 interceptions. He hasn't had an interception this game, and he told us during the week, my goal, goose egg. He's achieving that so far.
And what we're seeing is a guy that you can win with, all right? Because anyone who can make that type of an adjustment to shake off a really horrendous week the week before and come back and play mistake-free football to this point, yeah, that's a guy I want to play with, that's for sure.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. On second down, Johnson. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. The Browns on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 8. Again, it's Johnson. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Here's Britton Colquitt now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. It'll be just an 18-yard punt, and there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit 000. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have time here, partner, for just one final heave.
And I have to look at from the defense's perspective here. We know what they're going to do on offense. The Hail Mary, try and get guys down there and throw it in the end zone, tip it around and catch it. You've got to have guys back there to defend that. But also, you can't allow the quarterback as much time as he wants to set up and throw it. Maybe you bring a little extra pressure to make sure he gets rid of it quicker.
A little bit of a cat and mouse game. We'll see if they bring that pressure. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. And Charles, in this one,